Aeonium kiwi or Haworthii. This would have to be my favorite Aeonium, but at the moment it's not coloring up because I'm getting it ready to be planted into my garden. I don't know if it's going to survive the frost, but I just got a leaf drop on me. It's autumn in Australia and the leaves are falling, and my Aeonium is getting ready to be exposed to the Canberra winter here in Australia. And this one here is my Aeonium garnet and also my Aeonium arboreum, and they're all still in a pot right now, but they are, if I can find the time, they're gonna go into this spot. If not, I'm just gonna leave them in the pot that they're in to weather the winter. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. This is quite a large Aeonium. So this is also Aeonium arboreum or tree Aeonium. And look at that, it's quite long and gangly. And check out this poor variegated lavender. Smells so nice. And oh look, another Aeonium here. But let's go back here. I planted this plant here, one, to ward off the pests, because they do help in keeping the pests at bay. And also, as a water indicator, when I see my lavender plant, or this variegated lavender, started to wilt like this, that tells me my Aeoniums, or a lot of my plants, needs watering. This is my Aeonium lily pad, and this year this Aeonium lily pad is gonna stay here, or I'm keeping it. This is actually my mother plant, so that's really nice and compact. So this one is gonna get frost hardened, or I suppose it's already frost hardened, because last year I grew it in my 50 zone and it survived -7. And this year I'm putting it here more exposed, so no overhead covering. So if you can see, my poor lily pad is going to weather the storm or the frost. And this grenovia here, so I think this is Aeonium aureum, but look how large that is. So it's forming that rosette, and the aim or the goal for this plant is that to grow it stress in summer, because in summer they go dormant. So last summer they're all closing off, and so now I put them here, and then that's already a baby from that one propagated. Hang on, I'll just move these other pots here, and which now tells me I've got another Aeonium kiwi here that I've been growing. They're still green because, one, they're still cuttings, and for another, I need to frost harden them, so I have to grow them in this area here. These are some, or a couple of the Aeonium kiwi that I'm exposing to the frost this year. So these are just cuttings which I've taken actually at the end of summer, and they haven't grown that much, but at least they're still alive. Oh, there's a new growth, there's a new baby coming out in the bottom there. So they go dormant in summer, and when autumn comes, when the weather or the temperature goes down, they would wake up. So if you take some cuttings at the end of summer, I'm just inspecting the sunburst here because this sunburst is different. So if you take some cuttings at the end of summer, then they can start growing in autumn. And look, it's beautiful. It's like this is a variegated sunburst, but the variegation has formed another variegation, so it's like a light variegation. Look at that inside there. Beautiful. It's beautiful plant. So this is actually different to my sunburst, which is over there. So I don't know if the camera's capturing that, because I can't see, because the sun's in my eyes here now. I can't see. So anyway, so there's a crested one and an ordinary one, but that color is different to my other one here. So another Aeonium domesticum varigata See, they're just so beautiful. But then this one, this year, I did not let them color up, because normally they would color up in summer. And in autumn, the color is just spectacular. It's like really bright yellow. Do I have anyone? No, I just left it here because it only gets afternoon sun. It needs to get morning sun and midday sun for Aeonium to color up. My Aeonium haworthii varigata, which I took some cuttings about a month ago, and they're all, look, rooting. Okay, you see that? They really need to be planted in the soil. And this one too. Oh, hang on. Have you got roots? No. So this one doesn't have any roots, but it's okay. And it's bent. Okay, so that really needs to be planted. And more of the crested sunbursts I've got here. So these Aeoniums here have been growing here for a while. This would have to be my biggest Aeonium here. And to think, I haven't been watering it. So this one is just dependent on the rain, and I will water this area today because they really need watering, and we're not going to get any rain for a while, I think. So they need some watering, but they are going to stay here for this winter. Speaking of watering, so this is the Aeonium shelf, and now I don't know if this is going to be noisy with the wind. The winds come up again every time I do a video. The wind just seems to come up. And that one is, I don't know what your name. I have to lift the pot or underneath that to find out. I think that's Blushing Beauty. There you go. And then this is a crested Blushing Beauty. It can't be. Are you Blushing Beauty? I'm really curious now to see what this is. Oh, short black. Oh, see, my bad, my bad. I can't remember all of the names. So this is short black. Beautiful color. And then this one, what are you? You are, oh, here, Mardi Gras, sorry. Because I can't remember what your name is. I think you're this one is Blushing Beauty, Aborium, Inferno. So this is Inferno. And look at beautiful. How can you be called Inferno when you look like, it's almost similar to Mardi Gras. Look at that, the beautiful colors. And then this one is, yeah, Blushing Beauty. And this is another Blushing Beauty. And needs to be watered. It's all dry. So many things to do that I forget my thought. Now this one is Aeonium smithii. Aeonium smithii flowered this year or last spring. This one now, this is my Aeonium smithii. And smithy over here, okay, there's another one here. There you go, Aeonium smithii. So it's flowering, so which means it's about to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop the head off. That'll do. And I thought it's going to die. And as it turned out, all this new growth coming out, there's still some parts that sort of flowering. And so I thought, oh, Aeonium smithii is going to die. Nah. And so this one flowered. Oh, look at the hairiness. I love hairy plants. Anyway, anyway, this one now, it's got its mohair on, so I think that's protected from winter. But this has survived a few winters already with me, and also my other smithii up here. Look at that, that's even bigger. So this is also flowering. Okay, so, and you think it's monocarpic, it's going to die. Well, smithii apparently now is the same as the other Aeonium. The stem would branch out, but the plant itself, when you have all those branches growing, because I've always only ever had one, and when it flowered, I thought it's going to die. And now, as it turned out, after it finished flowering, because the whole stalk dried up, and I thought, that's it, you know, it's gonna. But then all this new growth started showing up in autumn. Can you believe that? And this one is being attacked. Oh my God, I didn't even notice this. So this one is being attacked by a worm. There's a worm. I really have to attend to this one. This is, what are you? There you go, Tabuliforme himimicchio. And my Tabuliforme himimicchio is being micchioed by a worm. So I have to take you out. There's that green jumping worm that I never used to have, and this year seems like everyone's getting it. So I have to isolate this one over here, which reminds me, This is my Grenovia aurea, okay? And they're all waking up, even these ones. This, what's your name? Oh, Brancia maximiliana. That's a different one. It looks like an Aeonium, but I reckon that's also an Aeonium family. Look at that. But anyway, all the Aeoniums are growing, I mean, the Grenovia are waking up. So they need some watering. And the ones that I put in the fridge that only lasted 10 days. And I have to take it out because it still went to sleep. But then now it's waking up. Look at that. So it's all dried up. That's from the summer dormancy. But also I haven't watered these poor things for a while. And they got rained on about 2 weeks ago. And that's about it. So, but then now that's really dry. This Paradisian Inferno. See this? So, oh, look at that. So look at the difference. This one in the bottom there. And look at the difference of those two. Oh, poor thing. Look at that. So this one is really like close off. Because saying, I'm not going to wake up because I still need some watering. And then those two, what are you? The Ison. And this is also Grenovia. It's waking up. And I really need to water them. And these ones I bought at the end of summer. And there's apparently there's 3 different types. And look at that, these Grenovias. And you can see that's really dry. So now I just need to water them. My sprayer here. And this is also a good time for me to fertilize them. We'll start with these ones here, poor things. Really saturate them. And also prepare them for winter. Because this is where they have to weather the winter. And this one's really dry. And so look at that. Oh, Papa-mas. Poor thing. I'm a bad mother. This is the problem of doing YouTube. You got no more time to attend to your precious plants. This Aeonium suncup as well. I bought this one recently as well. Well, at the end of summer. And I haven't repotted it. So it's still in its original pot there. And anyway, but it's a beautiful plant. Oh, speaking of beautiful plant, this, what do you call? Ballerina. So I've got a variegated ballerina and a regular ballerina. And I've just potted them up actually about a month ago. And now they're growing. Look at that. So especially being in the shade. Oh, look, I got another Grenovia here. Oh, my other ones. Okay, that's it. I have to really just water this. And also, this is sempervivum, Ionium, eyecross sempervivum as well. Needs watering. And sedifolium, Ionium sedifolium or something like that. This one are actually growing out in the open over there, and I just moved it here because I'm not sure if this one is going to be frost hardy, but I'll get to find out. So that's why that one is nice and colorful. Look at that, beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? And if it's grown in the shade, this one is grown in the shade. Look at that. Oh, you look sad and pale and green. Look what the nasty worm has done to my himimikyo. Let's put a hole. Look at that. See? But there it is. Look at that nasty little thing. There you go, you're dead. You've created, you have more. Oh my God, look at that. There's all these babies. So I really have to clean this up and find if there's any more. There'll be heaps of nasties in here. So they actually, look. Have you got more inside there? Anyway, there you go. This is what that worm does. My poor Mikio, but then I look at the bright side of things. From having just one cluster of plant, next year I'm sure I'm gonna have lots of baby Mikios. And I still have a crested one of these. Anyway, a tabalu for me. Actually, that's crested. But this one is, yep. So every single plant like this that hasn't been eaten through, I'm going to have to separate. And also there's a mealybug there. I'm going to have to separate it and clean that up. And then let them grow. And then that way I'll have more baby Mikio next year.